Now I'm going to try to draw figure 293 latch plate. It tells us that it is 6 5/16 overall. Your drawing area is 10.5. You do the math on that, and it's approximately, to center it up, 2 1/16 away from the front. So I'll put a mark there, and I centered up my page in the other direction. And it tells me that it is, as I said, 6 5/16 overall. I'm drawing this lightly. Let me straighten this up a little bit so you can see what I'm doing a little better. My next step would be drawing my top and my bottom lines. 1.5 is what it is from center to the center of the circle, and this radius here is 9/16. So if that is tangent there, I could add the 9/16 to the 1.5, which would give me 2 1/16 on each side. Alright, I'm going to start by also drawing this in, which it tells me it's 5/8 on each side of the center. So let's draw it in also. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find this center line and this center line. It tells me that has a 9/16 radius, so I can measure 9/16 from the front. It's my line. And 9/16 from my bottom and top. Now I can use my circle template. 9/16 and 9/16 is 1.25 inches. No, 1.8 inches, I'm sorry. Line it up. Draw it in. Also, it has 1/2 inch drill holes, so I'm going to draw in those also. go back now and darken to here and here. Also, I have drill holes that are 3.5 inches away, so let's go ahead and put those in too. 3.5 inches. Next, let's go to our, angles, and it tells me that that's a 15-degree angle. Another challenge on this small drawing area I have here. Let's do the bottom maybe. Alright, that gives me, we're going to do the bottom half of it, and that gives me my 15-degree angle. Then this tells me that that is 135, so that's going to be a 45 degree, and this is 1 5/8. So if I measure from here, 1 5/8, from that point I can draw a 45 degree. And now I can go back and darken this and this. Okay, our next area, it tells us that that is 15/16, so we will measure that 15/16. Draw us in a light line. And it tells us that this is 1 5/8, so half of that would be 13/16, I believe. That's correct. Lightly draw those in, and that also has a radius in the corner, a 1/4 inch radius. So we're going to mark, let's do the bottom, 1/4. And 1/4. That will give us a center line for our radius. And that would be a 1/2 inch diameter circle, which we could line up like so. And then I could go back and darken this. Alright, it also tells us that we have a radius here that is 3 5/16 from the back. So let's mark that 3 5/16. And put a center line. And extend this one. And it's a 7/16 radius, so that would be a 7/8 diameter. Okay, I'm gonna have to do the top also in order to get and I need to extend this line also, and now I can set my compass on this point and this point and draw this in. Now I know where that line starts and stops. I know where this line starts and stops. And basically I have drawn half of this object. We would need to go back and put our center lines in, which would be short in the center of our circles, then long. We're going to do a short here in the center, long, short, long, and long down here. Do a short here, short here, short here, long, long, long. And the same thing in the opposite direction. And this will finish showing you how to do this object, which is figure 293 latch plate.